Hello and welcome to my channel and welcome back to my channel. I dedicated this channel to talk about love relationships, especially the new pattern, the love 2.0 love relationships, the one that light workers, awakened souls, spiritual seekers have been working to download into this new earth, a new reality that we are creating, and it's coming from the pain and the wound of the past, and it's being birthed into this new reality from our desire to connect on levels beyond that what was experienced so far on planet Earth. And I talked about this so many times, so you can also check some videos. I'm going to just put some in the description box so you really are able to merge yourself in the topic, because if you are here, I know that you are bringing in this new divine union into your reality as well. I talked about this, that there are millions out there, millions of light workers who are desiring, and because this is a collective, right, we are bringing in our either twin flame soulmates, whoever, what another soul that you have contracted for this lifetime to be with, and create that divine union, that deep connection in freedom and unconditional love and acceptance, first for yourself and you becoming whole and complete, you balancing out your feminine, masculine, you coming into your true self-love and self-worth, all of you, right? All of us, beyond our abandonment patterns and wounds and rejections and whatnot that we are coming from, and then all of us healing this in the relationships we had before, and our alone and through our spiritual journey, and now coming to the next level, which is bringing into this reality these new types of connection. Now in this video I want to talk about this old pattern of attracting narcissistic relationships. And the first step to anything new, to anything anything new that we can attract in our reality, is awareness. So first step is always awareness. When you become aware of what's going on, why that is going on, you have freedom of choice, because you can say, oh, right, thank you, now I got it, and I'm choosing this now instead of this, because I have learned, I have evolved through this experience. So hey, hello. Let me just present myself. If you are new to this channel, my name is Agnes. I'm a healer, a therapist, a psychic, a coach, and I have been helping light workers for many years now to really go beyond their old patterns, not just in love relationships, but to remember who we truly are, to come back to ourself, our true self, our connection to our higher levels and higher levels of consciousness, and creating our reality from those levels, from becoming conscious creators of our reality. So this channel, as I said, is dedicated for love relationships and creating the happily ever after. This is my passion, so welcome. And in this particular video, I really want to talk about narcissistic relationships. And well, my parents have this pattern, and I spent many years, well, 20 actually, since I had my own awakening, and I spent this in trying to understand my own patterns and the patterns of my parents, and why I was abandoned, and why dealing with my own pain and wounds and limiting beliefs, and understanding, and then eventually I was able to start helping others as well. And yeah, it took like 2 decades, it wasn't a short journey, but now I just see it so clearly, and now I feel so excited to share this. This is why I created the YouTube channel as well, basically a few months ago, because so far I was sharing this in my inner circles, in my communities, but I wanted to put it out there because there's so many so still trapped in these cycles of attracting narcissistic relationships. So, as I said, I have a very close experience with this in my family, and of course I have so many clients who came to me to help and support them in leaving these type of relationships behind and really being able and preparing for something beyond this, for something that you truly truly desire. So if you are someone who had those kind of and this is why you actually clicked on this, right? So someone who had this type of partnerships, then you are running in the backstage some beliefs that it's coming from your childhood, which created in you this lack of self-esteem and self-worth. And no matter what those experiences were, no matter how amazing your parents were or were not, they did their job based on their level of consciousness and the patterns that they also are running in their unconscious and subconscious. So they were just playing out their own things. So you had your own experiences in that environment and then concluded meanings about who you are based on what was going on. Usually what I have been seeing that the people who, and that's majority, 90% I would say, they are women who are on the side of very low self-esteem, self-worth, which creates this pattern of I need to work hard to deserve love. And it's a pattern of over giving, a pattern of over service, of over it's always being out there making sure everyone is fine. So your self-importance is so low that because you believed some beliefs about yourself that you are not important, and then you need to work hard in order to deserve love. So this is what I have seen at my mother's, like, all her life. That and because I have this very very um close example. I've seen that not she was attracting on a continuous basis, not just husband, but also boss, also colleagues, also family members who were all the time exploiting. It's what I use her, exploiting her, using her, because she did not feel that there is a boundary, there is a barriers, because there is not. So this is the pattern where, so it all comes from your childhood. You actually, your the part of you which we call inner child still believes most probably that, and that you have to decide how, where you are in the healing process, and how worthy do you actually feel on all levels, and how much self-love you are able, of self-acceptance you are able to hold. Because that our reality, especially love relationships, are only a reflection of who we are. So if our self-worth is very low, and we are conditioned into in believing that we need to give, and we have no, like, understanding of receiving, or that does not feel right. Or when you think about yourself, you think that you are selfish if you put priority on your needs and desires. That's all distortions of the same pattern. And the crazy thing of this is that while these people, these narcissistic, what we call, are basically having the same wound, but their child, because usually this is completed by the age of 7. So both of these child, so you, which many times it's also an empath, but not necessarily, you also have the same wounds, but you concluded that and the wound is I'm not loved, I'm not important. But you concluded it that I need to work hard in order to have it, get that attention that I'm craving. And you have been running this in all your relationship, most probably unconsciously. And now, or sometimes some years ago, you started to become aware of this. So when this is running in you, you automatically going to attract a match to that. And the match is someone who is in their own I'm not loved, I'm not enough, I'm not important wound. But the way they process is the opposite. So they, as a child, made concluded that I don't want to suffer anymore. This is too painful, so I'm just going to close my emotions, and I'm just going to be unavailable, and because I refuse to suffer. So they kind of become bulletproof from the emotional perspective. That's why we feel sometimes they like we just it's just they have this ability to really say beautiful words, to really feel or make you feel that you are important. That's why you are so attracted to them. But then also they have this emotionally unavailable side, so it's easier for them to disconnect because they are very shut down. If you are an overgiver, you're going to match up with an overtaker, right? It makes sense because what is teaching you is that you need to stand up, you need to start creating boundaries. And when you start doing that, the dynamic starts changing, and you will not be able anymore to match up with this type of pattern. Because all of us, and this is crazy, I know, but we are all running patterns until we awaken to them and say, like, wait a minute, what I'm doing here? Like, why I'm keep having these experiences? So obviously, it's not because those people find me for a reason. Those people, I feel attracted to those kind of people for a reason. And honestly, it's really funny, but you feel attracted to these people because of the way they behave, their confidence, because you see the confidence that you lack in you, which you have, and that's why actually you're attracted to them, because you can only see what you also have. So, but because you don't feel it, it just feels so attractive to look at this person who is just so showing up in his, like, even overconfidence, right? Like overpowered, and you're like, ah, you are so sexy. Right? And you just feel just so you just so want to be there, so want to be there. Their only thing that they are, around, and then they are so good in giving you these beautiful words and making you feel important. But there is a side, and I don't even want to go into the side, or the backside of that, when things start changing. And of course, when we're talking about narcissists, we also have many with many different levels of that. There is not just one box and we put all the people in, because I have seen, like, my father is a mild type, if there is such a thing. But I've seen, like, husbands of clients or ex-husbands of clients who go really, really into revenge. So is when I need to win, so you need to not just like lose, but almost like die, because you decided to break up or divorce on, and I'm just going to make your life hell, even if my life is going to be hell as well. Like, I don't care, I'm just going to revenge. Or they go to extremes, manipulation, extreme gaslighting, extremes control, extreme crazy lies, yeah, like gaslighting, I think, is the best word. And or like, you just don't get it, and you think you're crazy. You're not. Like, I've heard so many crazy stories from, well, even my mother, from her being young and what she was going through, and how my father was doing these kind of things to her. And then so many of my clients are having the same experiences. No, you are not crazy, but this is the way that somehow they're wired. That is their, and I truly can say now, it's their protection mechanism. So these mental disorders, these, which is not mental, is it's more like personality, right? That's what we call it, personality disorders, are coming from trauma, are coming from traumatic experiences from the child that was not able, it was either going through a lot of rejection, abandonment, lack of emotional connection with their parents, very well, yeah, so not very friendly environment. So we create these ways to protect ourselves, and both of them are protection mechanisms. So it's all about survival. And when we understand this, that it's all about survival, it also, with healing, we are able to take that child, that inner child, that part of us who was wounded, who is in pain, who is in protection, who is in trying so hard to be seen and heard and do everything they possibly can to be loved. And because of that, really really believes that that just they really need to go beyond, like come a giving from an empty cup. And healing is giving from an overflow. And this is when we come back to healing that part of you, that is in protection, in so trying hard, and it's not necessary anymore. When that is healed, and I've seen this again over and over again, the partner you're going to be attracted to are going to be completely different. The partners, you don't need anymore to be enough for someone and work hard to get that, or to even hold on to, or be, like this constant being enough for someone. Like all of that is gone, because that comes from lack, right? So just one experience from the other day, that from my client who has been last year in this type of relationship, and it took a few months to be able to build herself up from inside out, to make that child feel loved and confident, and important and seen and heard. So the person, right, can integrate those, we call, well, those, I don't say shadows, are those really like parts of us. So you can come back into the power, in your power, in your self-worth, in your self-appreciation. And obviously the universe will start in matching you up with a completely different type of pattern, the one that it's matched now to your new you. And this is how reality works. So we always only attract people who will help you awaken, who will help you become aware of, like, oh my god, like, why is this experience coming over and over back, why this person is keep doing this, why I'm triggered over and over in this. And at this point, I'm going to just attach a video up here, and also I'm going to put it down in the description box, where I exactly teach you how to do this, how you can start doing this, even if you are in a relationship, or you are single, or you're going to be soon single, whatever, it doesn't matter. This will help you tremendously to do this work. So if you like this content, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, and also subscribe, so you don't miss out on coming up content that I'm going to share more about how to do the healing, how to create this divine union, which most probably is going to be your next relationship. Because everything from the past was for you, it was happening for you to come back into remembering who you truly are, and feeling whole and complete in this true self love, and that's from where you create another type of pattern, another type of reality, which is what I call love 2.0. So also, we have a Facebook community where I do lives and healings and channelings and readings and a lot of other events to do the same, to support well, hopefully hundreds and hundreds and thousands of souls and light workers to reunite. So join there and just grow and evolve into your new timeline. And I'm so excited to have you there, here, there. Also, please comment if you like this video or if you have anything else to share. I'm happy. I'm always coming back. I always answer your questions or comments. It makes me so happy. So also, if you want to know more about, you can put what you want to know, and I can create more content based on that. Or if you want to connect with me live on the Q&As, come to the Facebook group. See you soon. Ciao.